Now, you said you didn't remember this young girl.
I don't. And she reminds me of Diana Ross's daughter, just looking at her like this.
I'm sure I'm going to butcher her name. Hydeia, Hydeia.
I don't know.
Hydeia Broadbent, Hydeia. Hydeia, right? Mm-hmm. I remember her. She was a young girl who had AIDS. And I remember her when she was on Oprah Winfrey Show.
So she had AIDS.
Yes, look at this.
HIV positive. And when I turned 5, I had symptoms of AIDS. Mm-hmm. I had fungus in my brain, blood infections, pneumonia. I went cold blue a couple of times. And that's when I was about 5, they said I was full-blown AIDS. And right now I'm doing really good.
What's the hardest part for you, Hydeia? Living with this disease.
Basically, that's like when your friends die.
Like?
That's the hardest part, because you love them. And you always lose a friend to AIDS. Hard, but especially, I don't think it's real hard. Harder than when I was born. I was HIV positive.
So that was her.
And when
there she is now. So it says, with great sadness, I must inform you all that our beloved friend, mentor, and daughter, Hydeia, passed away today after living with AIDS since birth. She was born with it. Despite facing numerous challenges throughout her life, Hydeia remained determined to spread hope and positivity through education around HIV and AIDS. Now, the reason why she's important to me, and I think I brought when she went on Magic Johnson's show, because remember Magic Johnson was diagnosed with HIV, and this was during the time. Remember, people was they didn't know nothing. They was treating people like how they was treating us when we had COVID. We got COVID right in the beginning, and when we got it, people was treating us like we had leprosy.
Our neighbors.
People complained. We lived in an apartment. People in the apartment complained to the management that we was in the building. They thought it could go through the airwaves and the air vents and kill everybody. People was bringing food and dropping it out at our door and running. We had it right in the beginning. Remember? Celebrities was having it. They didn't want to tell nobody they had it.
Yeah. Some people kept it quiet. They wanted to down low about it.
They didn't want anybody to know that they had COVID because COVID was the worst. It was like leprosy.
And the neighbor didn't even, one neighbor next door, they didn't even say hi.
And he didn't even say hi. I waved. He ran to his car. And then after it's all over, hey, how you been? No, get out of here.
How was it? I noticed you guys were gone.
So she had it back in the day when you was running from people who had HIV.
You was shunned for having it.
Or you was scared. You was like, I'm not touching you. It wasn't even about having sex. Because then you realize it's a blood disease. You don't get it from touching somebody. But back in the day, people was like, oh my God. So when Oprah brought her on her show, she was one of the pioneers in trying to educate people about HIV and AIDS. Wow. And she went on Magic Johnson. She sat down with him and she did the same. They were talking and he was in that fight with her. She made him feel empowered. So she empowered a lot of people at that time who was sick, who was going through HIV and AIDS, and who were dying alone.
Yeah.
She empowered them and made them feel like, okay, there's still some search going on. There's some medicines. Now, she wasn't supposed to live past, I think, 10 years old or something.
Really?
She just died at 39.
Wow.
It says here, Hydeia Broadbent, known for raising awareness for HIV and AIDS since she was a young child, has died. Her father said on Facebook she was 39 years old. Now, my question and everybody's question is, how did she die?
They're not saying that in the article.
He didn't say how she died.
Because she had full blown AIDS, right?
Yeah.
Because some people they're HIV positive, but they're still maintaining healthy, like Magic.
Yeah.
Meds and so forth.
Now they said, how did she get it? We don't know, because they said when she was 6 weeks old, she was taken to a hospital and abandoned in a Las Vegas hospital by her biological mother. This father
Maybe her mom had it.
This father who reported is an adoptive father. That's not her.
Maybe her real mom had it.
I don't know.
When
she was 3, the people who adopted her learned a woman with the same last name of Hydeia had also given birth to a boy at the same hospital where she was born and left the child there. Both the mother and child tested positive for AIDS. So that's probably why she got it. They tested her as a little girl and she tested positive. She became the face of children with AIDS in America. She was on the Maury Povich show too, and Good Morning America, and numerous other programs in 1996. She says, I am the future and I have AIDS. So there you go.
39.
Magic Johnson said, I'm devastated to hear about the passing of an incredible young woman, activist and hero, Hydeia Broadbent. In 1992, I did a Nickelodeon special called A Conversation with Magic. And a 7-year-old Hydeia and I made an incredible impact. Hydeia changed the world with her bravery, speaking about how living with HIV affected her life since birth. She dedicated her life to activism and became a change agent in the AIDS fight. By speaking out at such a young age, she helped so many people, young and old, because she wasn't afraid to share her story and allowed everyone to see that those living with HIV and AIDS were everyday people and should be treated with respect, he added. So they're still, CNN is still trying to figure out how did she pass? Was it AIDS complicated or something else?
Because that's like COVID, right? COVID can be a part of why a person
it could be the start of
COVID related.
Yep,
is health concerns.
Yep, and people who keep saying COVID is gone, it's not.
I know.
COVID related took out my dad and my uncle.
They are COVID related issues.
It starts off with your health, and then you don't really recover from it, and then other things come in.
It's like your organs or certain parts of your body is taking a real heavy beating.
Yes,
and how you recover from that.
Yes, so quit saying that COVID is gone.
Thank
it's not.
You. Thank you.
People who keep saying that.
Okay.
All right, so that was it. That was keep
we'll
her family.
Find more information.
Yeah,
maybe.
we'll keep
They'll
more
share.
information.